Indeed, the idea that Dart got the upper hand in a fight against Marshall has always been widely disputed.
But, if that's true, the man I slammed into was...
I'm afraid so.
But what does this prove? Even if Miss Skye did hit Marshall, are we to assume that Dart took advantage of the situation and managed to stab him? We've no way of knowing. We've run out of evidence.
Actually, there's something you haven't considered.
What?
As you say, you only ever received half of the evidence list, but if we're lucky, the list wasn't torn until after Miss Skye was interviewed, which means there might be more to this picture on that half.
Well, I suppose there's no harm in checking.
But what's on it, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's that thing, Your Honor.
What thing?
That ridiculous blue badger thing!
Oh my god! It is, isn't it? It's actually the blue badger.
Now I remember. I knew I'd seen it before. I saw it that night.
You're not serious.
Yes, Mr. Wright. When I hit into the man holding the knife, the lightning struck again, and I saw his silhouette.
Whose?
The blue badger's.
But Emma, the badger didn't exist 2 years ago, did it?
Right, I visit the police department almost every day, and that thing was news to me yesterday. When do you think it could possibly have been made?
But then Emma couldn't have seen it. Unless it happened the other way round. Emma saw something that night with a silhouette that shape, recreated it on paper, and someone found that drawing and used it as a blueprint for the badger.
Hold it! Mr. Wright, don't pursue this any further. I have confessed to my crime. Take me into custody.
Miss Skye, you have been warned once.
Quite. If the defendant cannot contain herself, she will be removed from court.
There must have been something in the room that night which would cast that exact shadow. Whatever it is might not be there anymore. The answer's under your right hand, Mr. Edgeworth. Look familiar?
That's...
Far too close to be a coincidence, wouldn't you say?
Oh my god.
But there's only one way she could have seen it from that angle.
Exactly. It fell.
Which means when Miss Skye hit Marshall, he was knocked off balance enough to topple that jar over.
Hang on.
And with that in mind, we know exactly which direction he was thrown in.
Edgeworth, stop! Don't you realize what this means? Look at the photo. If Marshall had enough force to topple that jar, what else would he have collided with?
Oh, God.
I told you, Mr. Wright, to leave it be.
I'm sorry.
Surely there must be a mistake. The girl can't really have...
I'm afraid so, Your Honor. Although it most certainly was an accident, all the facts fit together. Emma Skye killed Neil Marshall.
You should have listened, Worthy.
Excuse me?
You should have stayed quiet when you had the chance. Do you have any idea what you've done?
Enlighten me.
Joe Dart was convicted of the murder of Neil Marshall. You were the prosecutor responsible. You sent an innocent man to his death.
Joe Dart was anything but innocent. He was a vicious killer.
Maybe, but he was only tried for one murder. In this courtroom, we are not defenders of justice. We are keepers of the law, and the law does not take kindly to attorneys who play God. I think, in the circumstances, a 15-minute recess is in order.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I just need a breath of fresh air.
I'll meet you in the lobby. Emma, come with me.
I can't go.
Everything's going to be fine.
It's all my fault.
No, it isn't.
I pushed Mr. Marshall to his death.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do. Why else would Lana commit forgery? That's why she never had time for me after the case. She hates me for making her risk her neck like that.
That's not true. Lana made that decision of her own free will. She wanted you to be safe no matter what.
And why hasn't she ever smiled at me since then?
Once we prove that she's innocent, you can ask her yourself. Officer Meekins.
Oh, Mr. Wright.
That's okay, you don't need to salute.
Sorry, sir.
What are you doing here?
I wouldn't miss this case for the world, sir. I pleaded with my superintendent to give me guard duty at the courtroom.
So you've been listening at the door the whole time?
Just wish I could see what was happening.
Morning, folks.
You made it in the end.
Nah, I didn't want it, Callum, but I knew if there was any chance you guys could find the truth, I'd want to be there. How's she doing?
Not well.
How's she doing, Bambina?
How can you stand to talk to me? I killed your brother.
Don't talk like that. Neil liked you, and he knew you'd never harm a man. His final act was saving you. Grieve, yeah, but don't go blaming yourself.
So where have you two been all this time?
The trial's being shown by video link in the witness lounge upstairs.
I suppose you're eagerly awaiting Lana's comeuppance.
Of course, the real travesty would be to allow Miss Skye to end this trial on her terms.
Sorry, that sounded almost like you want Lana to go free.
Everything Lana Skye has done since the beginning of this trial tells a guilty conscience which she can bear no longer. She admitted to murder and forgery and hired a rookie attorney to defend her.
Don't build me up too high, I might fall off.
But having seen the trial so far, I find myself having doubts, particularly in the behaviour of one Damon Gant.
You're not the only one.
Listen, why don't you come watch the trial upstairs? Be much comfort than in court seats. Good luck, partner.
Thanks. You okay?
I'm fine.
Can't rattle you a bit.
A little. But it's just because he's scared, because he knows what's coming next.
Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe, what brings you here?
Miss Skye wanted me to run an errand. I was here for the trial anyway, so, you know.
Lana?
Yeah, she wanted to have this.
Oh, very funny.
What? Why do you think she sent you that?
Well, if it's a joke, it's pretty badly timed.
If she wanted to cheer me up before court began, mission accomplished.
I'm really glad you're feeling better, Mr. Edgeworth. I was really upset when the chief came down so hard on you.
I think I might cry.
Shut up, Wright. Don't you have reading to do?
I really don't think this is going to help.
This guy hasn't been helping much in this whole trial.
Then our next move is obvious. Lana's only acting as a puppet. We need the man pulling the strings.
Agreed, and the sooner the better. Let's ask the judge to resume early.
I better get back to the weed room then. I wouldn't want to miss this. Good luck.
Thanks.